Dave Chappell was attacked while performing on stage at the Hollywood Bowl in Los Angeles, California.
Make some noise for hip hop history.
More exactly, he tackled Dave Chappell. And I guess we all wonder two things. Why did he do it and who is he? I think before he says anything to the public, we don't really know why. His name is Isaiah Arias Lee. And from what I found, he is 23 years old. He is a wannabe rapper. Well, he's actually a mumble rapper, so yeah, he's not a rapper. Not even a wannabe rapper. I'm sorry, but mumble rap is not rap, it's just mumble. Anyway, he goes under the name of No Name Trapper. So he also wants to be a trapper. And when I first tried to find him on YouTube, I only found somebody named No Name Trapper. And it's a guy that puts traps to catch animals. And he's not black, so clearly it's not him trying to have another profession. When he attacked Dave Chappelle, he also had a knife that looked like a gun. And nobody knows how, because the security was really tight. The first time I read the news, I thought that he had a gun that also had a knife, but I was wrong. I saw something like that at porn stars and I thought it was the same thing, but yeah, it's different. It's just a knife. If the stage wasn't so slippery, we don't know what could have happened. And in a moment like that, you don't even know who is the guy. Dave Chappelle even made the joke that he thought it was Chris Rock.
I thought it was you for a second.
Because maybe you punch a guy, but maybe he's just a fan, or you didn't notice that it's somebody that you know, and in that time you don't really know what can you do and what you should do. Let's talk more about the attacker now. He made the song named Dave Chappelle in 2020 and he says that he is walking straight into the bowl.
Walking straight into the bowl.
In the song he doesn't say anything about Dave Chappelle, he just uses his name. And I think it's just a coincidence, because it was 2 years ago. A lot of people think he attacked Dave Chappelle because he made fun of the trans community.
It was a trans man.
But some people pointed out that he also has a song named MAGA.
Magma, my nigga, magma.
Make America Great Again. Even if in the song sounds like he's saying magma, he also says why everybody is hating on my president.
Why everybody always hating on my president?
It's strange because it sounds like he's pro-Trump, but that's the year when Trump lost and Biden became the president. And I guess because of the MAGA part, everybody thinks it's about Trump. But Rolling Stones has an article saying that the suspect has connection to the transgender community, but shows no animosity towards the controversial comedian. This statement came from Aaron Lee, the brother of the attacker. Aaron also says that Isaiah was in and out of shelters in Hollywood, California, for much of the last decade, and has a lot of friends in the transgender community. He also says,
I don't have anything negative to say about Isaiah. He's a performing artist who tried to stay as positive as possible. He does have a history of mental health issues. He does take medicine. Maybe he missed out on taking his prescription, but he's not the type to just lash out. I don't understand.
So here's the truth, this guy has mental issues. And when he finally heard that somebody said something bad during the show about trans people, or maybe he was just crazy because of the lack of meds or because of the meds, and he started doing some stupid stuff. Because no sane person will do what he did.
Was that Will Smith?
No matter how offensive was a joke. His brother also talks about the Dave Chappelle song.
That song wasn't even about Dave Chappelle. It's just that Dave Chappelle has a world-recognized name. People are searching Dave Chappelle all the time. So he hoped it will help him get more attention, more attraction, so people could find him.
So this tells me that he probably didn't even care about the LGBTQ jokes. Maybe he did it to get even more attention, because it also looks like he's a crazy man that wanted attention. But let's be real, even if it was because of the attention, even if it was because he was offended by the jokes, we know 100% it was because he is crazy. He has mental issues. No sane person will do something like this to a comedian. And now we get to the more important part. The brother also tells us that if Isaiah is not on his medication and if he feels everyone is against him, maybe that's it. So again, he makes it very clear that if he is not on the medication, he may create problems. Also, about the transgender community, the brother says,
He used to stay at a shelter that helps transgender people. He's been homeless since 11. He came out to California after our grandmother died. And basically was in the streets getting help from different programs in Hollywood. He went to a lot of different organizations out there that help transgender people. Yeah, it could have definitely been a factor, but I really don't know.
So no matter what you say, this guy had issues. It doesn't really matter why he did it, he clearly has issues. And it was great that he didn't have a gun, because worse things could have happened. Anyway, does it really matter if it was on the left or the right? I think this will always happen if you don't give help to a person with mental issues. America is very obsessed with blaming the left, blaming the right, blaming your race, your religion, but most of the time we ignore the real issues. And I really don't understand why America is only obsessed that the bad guy is on the other side. A bad guy should only be a bad guy. It doesn't matter if it's on the left, if it's on the right. And if you think the Rolling Stones article is not enough, the New York Post also made an article about the neighbors of Isaiah Lee. Former neighbor Russell Taylor remembers Lee as someone who would be set off with a word. The neighbor also says that Lee has lived with his brother and brother's girlfriend at the condo on and off for about 2 years. But only the brother's girlfriend was on the lease and Lee didn't pay any rent. The landlord also says,
One minute he will be happy and then the next his mood will drastically change. I'm just glad they didn't burn my house down. They are criminals. It's emblematic on how bad things have gotten in this state.
So here we go with another article where it shows that this guy was very problematic. And by problematic I mean very crazy, unstable, basically somebody that needs help. I found another song about Trump that he has from 2019. He just says on my Trump, on my Trump, on my Trump phone.
On my Trump, on my Trump, on my Trump phone.
And some other stuff. Anyway, I guess when Trump was in the office, he cared about Trump. But that doesn't mean he's not on the left now. But again, who cares? This man has mental issues. And I know a lot of people care more about their political views than the truth. So if there's something that will make the other side look bad, they will use it. But at the end of the day, Isaiah Arias Lee is a crazy person. And he's been homeless since 11. That's a very awful life to have.